Alright, hello. This is set this to. And in the previous video, we did some basic building at their base. We had a good supply of wood and stone coming in. And it looks like our stone is almost finished here, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this quarry. That's no longer needed. Free up some space. And in the previous video, we also went ahead and went straight for the gold and the coal, so we can start producing some gold coins, so we can start making some generals. So we've got 2 generals here in this watchtower. We've got this stronghold, which we'll be filling up shortly as well. And shortly, when we get more upgraded military units, we can press to attack. And what's this? We've got 1 general coming out, so he's ready to fight. This must mean that we've got a fight on our hands coming up. And in the previous video I also mentioned that the general is such a cost efficient unit compared to privates. And in this attack here we can see why that's the case. This is where the combat really differs from other real-time strategy games. Unfortunately, the general is just hidden there. Oh, now we can see him. And we can see just how many guys this general can take on. So it's a lot different to real-time strategy games where you could potentially micro worse the units to be able to attack stronger units, and a player with the better micro would be able to win any sort of engagement. This is not so much in the case in this game. It's a lot more simpler. Essentially, you have more upgraded units, you've got no chance to micro, which makes it good for players like me who are terrible at microing. So it's a different sort of strategy when it comes to this game. Now, basically, what we've got set up is our wood, our quarry, and now we've got our upgraded units ready on the way. But the thing now we have to do is to be able to produce more privates. We need to get beer, we need to make swords, and we need to make shields. And swords and shields are made from iron and coal, and beer is simply just from the wheat it's currently made, and some water. So in that case, we need to go ahead. We've got another battle in our hand, but it looks like our opponent is not using any upgraded units, so we'll be completely fine. Look how we're getting on here, suffering no casualties due to the fact we've got upgraded units. Good job, minerals. Plus, we lost some territory to some other base. Okay, we've got somebody else coming in to expand into our territory. And we also, like, I don't know, that would have been another opponent there, but looks a bit confused with the colours. So now we're going to go ahead and look at building, connecting our iron mine and another coal mine. So this is where it gets a little bit more complex. Building your privates take a lot of resources. So you need iron and coal. The next thing you have to do is smelt the iron into steel bars with iron smelting works. And then finally, the steel bars can be smelted with more coal into using the smithy into weapons and armor. Let's just go see what's going on here. Okay. Got people expanding into our territory. Not to fear, we've got upgraded units coming on the way here. So the most important thing is we still need to keep all of these mines working at peak efficiency. And now that we've got 2 more mines on the way, that's going to be basically double the food supply that needs to be coming in. The next big part of the game is trying to create all these farms. And basically trying to create all these farms utilizing all the space that you have. It can be a bit tricky. You need to find more and more big open spaces. One here. Possible. It's about a 2 hex radius of space that you need to be able to create farms. One here. Here we go. Big open spaces up here. Good. And possibly up here. If the farms cut into each other's spaces, wasted, essentially. You may as well not. You may as well just build one farm. Okay. Looks like we're under attack again. Which is really a waste of the resources from the computer's side, sending his privates against my generals. The main reason is because now that you see how much effort is being put into just one singular private. The amount, so you need 1 bear, 1 sword, 1 shield, and you need 1 private. About 9 privates can face off to 1 general. Then in that case you need 9 swords, 9 shields, just to beat one of these guys. You basically just took. Did 1 shield, 1 sword, and about 4 gold coins. Looks like he's still going ahead, depressing those attacks. Not to fear. General is able to take it. So we'll let them go ahead and just have their little battles, because we can go on away and focus on some other things. Oh, here's another good space for farms. One over here. Is it possible to squeeze another one? Yeah, I think it might be. And, oh, looks like there might be some space here for another fishing section. And yeah, here's where I really enjoy the game. It just becomes quite nice. Just see all of these buildings, sort of like how SimCity was. See how far you've actually come along from starting off with just your headquarters and a few woodcutter huts and sawmills. See how much you expand now. Like he's still pressing attack. Nearly all of my guys have been upgraded. Very important to watch these percentages on how busy everything is. It gives a good indication of basically when you've got an excess of supply. And when you've got an excess of supply, you can look at maybe building more refining buildings. Now we're starting to run out of stone, which is always a bit of a worry. Stone is a finite resource. It does become quite hard to find, so wherever you see some, and we see some right here, but look at trying to get your hands on it. See what you might do now. So to be able to attack, so it might be a good idea to attack red to be able to get our hands on the stone supply. We need to be able to send a scout to see just where his military building is, because it's only the military building which we can attack. So, we've got our smithy running at full post. We've got some swords and shields, we just need to get brewery to make some beer. Go ahead and build a brewery around the water, which is unlike the wheat. This one well can pump up a lot of water. I was actually expecting to see a full load of water there, so maybe practically you can build a well pretty much anywhere and it'll collect water pretty easily. I'll go ahead. Like our couple generals are still taking out. And we've got, cool, 2 militaries full of generals. I need to go ahead and go find where that military building is. Another scout in there. Very good. Possible from this other part of the ocean we need to be able to set into the fishermen. Alright, here's the guardhouse. Since we got 2 strongholds and watchtower full of generals, let's go ahead and claim this territory. Just send... we'll send 4. Was about enough. It's always good to leave a couple people at home just in case I get attacked from this side and there's no one to defend it. Here we go, we got the Asian dynasty. There's 3 races in this game. There's the Romans, Asians, and Africans, I believe. And really, every race is exactly the same as each other. It's purely just cosmetic. And what we see here are generals versus these privates. No match for these generals at all. No match at all. Woohoo! Now what I'm gonna do, I wanna turn off the gold supply. There'll be 6 guys in that watchtower. That might be a bit much to take on. How about... see how some of my army sort of came over to reinforce this guardhouse. I don't quite understand fully what sort of distance they're able to do that at. It does seem to be quite far. Ideally, I'd like to have a lighthouse, which be able to then attack from this. Building it. Oh, now these catapults, these are strong buildings. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack this guy to get rid of that very quickly. Oh, cool. They can one-shot any sort of any military unit from a building. So it's very important to make sure that you get rid of them. Very useful on your side to be able to, you know, come back in the game. However, one built on my side that could actually kill my hard work which has been put in. Sorry if I'm not being very coherent in my speech. Sort of just rambling and playing this game. I enjoy it. It's Shadow games. Alright, looks like we're quite easily tanking things and destroying and expanding. Now we need to double check I'm not overextending myself. I've still got a supply of weapons coming in, but see here, I've run out of slice. So this means I'll be no longer able to make any more farms because they've got no more tools being made. So to remedy this, I need to look at making where is it? The metalworks. The metalworks, they would produce some more tools. And pretty much that means I need another iron mine and another coal mine. Preferably 2 coal mines really. Make sure that there's enough coal to supply the iron smelting works, the smithy and the metal works. I need to look at getting another iron mine and another coal mine. And then because of that, it means I need to get more food to be able to supply the new mines. So this is where things start to get a bit tricky. Let's double check what's being mined on this side. I've got farms all over on this side. Thing is, oh, okay, that iron mine's actually run out. So I need to go find some iron. Coal on that side. See what's over here. Can't even link up. Not to worry, we've got very strong guys. Thanks. What we might do is we might extend out to here, and that will mean I can get some fishermen to go here. Oh, there's an iron mine there. Perhaps I can steal that off them. So coal, got some more coal here. We need is more iron. Check what was the backup here. This is where road placement becomes a bit more important. If I continue to place that road there, that farm would no longer be able to farm those areas. I've got more coal down there. Go ahead and destroy that iron mine. No longer being used. A lot of coal here. Gold. Good. place there. Richmond. Oh, great. Looks like we found some iron. Ah, it's right next to our vehicle. Go ahead and cleared out forest on that side there. Got that building. Oh, there's some more stone up here, which is good. Always good to have more stone. We should look at claiming that area when we need it. Right, so everything looks to be fairly peaceful at this stage. Let's just go ahead and let's see what we're missing. Okay. So the beer production is going well ahead. Good look at getting either fish, meat. Good. Another way to check if how things are doing is check on the other refining buildings. So we see that. Okay. We see that the grain is starting to fill up at the mill. So it looks like perhaps maybe we could have another mill working. Go get another mill. There is one route which I'm not quite clear about in this game, is you can either go ahead and make bread through the mill and a bakery, or you can also set up pig farms and then a slaughterhouse make meat. Now, this is where I hope someone could actually tell me, because I'm not exactly sure. I don't know the reason why you would want to go for both, because they use exactly the same resources. So, from a farm, we could make these pig farms here, and then pig farms, the pigs eat wheat, which then can then harvest to get a pig, and then with that you can make a slaughterhouse, and that's an alternative of getting meat as opposed to the hunter. I'm not exactly sure why there's two different routes, because you know the miners can either eat bread, meat, fish. The only one benefit I can see is see how there's a maximum of 2 bread and 2 fish in the mine. It's a possibility you can have another 2 meats as food, but in reality food is such a limiting resource. To be able to actually fill up those mines, I don't know if that's you know, it's really possible, especially with the amount of space that these farms take. Anyway, so let's go ahead now. Right out iron mines and I forget. Oh, now there's one thing. Where is it? Go ahead. This game is very technical. So this is the metalworks, and this shows how many of different items will produce. You see here, what I want is mainly slice to be produced, and you also can go along and do a lot of whole bunch of other economy settings of who gets what and what gets who. But I mainly just play with the defaults and turn down the slaughterhouse meat cleaver, because for some reason I find those get produced way too much, and basically I don't. It's another good way to show how many how many tools you have and adjust that as need be. And I suppose that's another reason for the pig farmers, maybe you got these meat cleavers run out of rolling pins for the baker. Looks to be another good position. Ocean on the side, we'll get another fisherman. Everything seems to be going quite well at the moment, however, possibly need to be looking at iron. Maybe we can get another iron. See how the smelting is going. Iron seems to be the limiting factor in here at the moment. Iron ore. Excellent. Gold mine is being created. Working efficiently. Alright, so the next question is really, who do you want to go after? The Asians or Romans? So, the question is, yep, can attack either upwards or downwards. Which way will go? So I think this is a good place to leave it and find out in the next video on where we end up. Thanks for watching.